What's up, guys? My name is Aaron. Today I'm going to be reviewing Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. This is a show done by Amy and Daniel Sherman-Palladino. The show stars Lauren Graham, Alexis Bledel, Scott Paterson, and Kelly Bishop. It's basically a continuation of Gilmore Girls, kind of giving Amy Sherman-Palladino a chance to kind of end the show how she would have liked to, because she wasn't involved with the last season of Gilmore Girls. I was looking forward to this. I felt like it was a pretty cool idea. I felt like Amy Sherman-Palladino's writing is really cool, so kind of getting to see even more of her writing was really cool to me. The characters are really interesting to me, really fleshed out, and you really get a sense of who they are in the show. I was kind of skeptical too, because revivals and stuff usually aren't that great, but I was looking forward to this. Even though it had some things I didn't like, I felt like this was overall an enjoyable watch to me, and if you're a Gilmore Girls fan, you're definitely gonna like it. The same tone of the show is pretty much the same. You don't have to worry about like anything weird happening or anything like that. They talk almost as fast as they used to. Lorelai and Rory, they pretty much talk as fast as they used to. They all really slip back into the roles, especially Lauren Graham. She just seems like it's like a glove that she puts on. She's just like definitely Lorelai to me. All the characters are back that you wanted. All the team, Dean's, Jess, Logan's, all those are back. My favorite character, Paris, is back, and I just love whenever she's on screen. She's just so interesting to me, and I feel like Liza Wells, she just plays that character so well to me. She's just so funny. Emily is perfect too. She really inhabits that role, and she has some wild stuff that goes on in the season as well. Kirk is back too. He plays the character pretty much the same exact way, and we are blessed with another Kirk movie, and it is just as magical as the first one that came out. And I felt like all the chemistry with the three Gilmore Girls is still really great. You still feel like they're a family, and I feel like the family aspect of the show is still there. And I felt like it was pretty funny too. The humor was definitely there for me. Lauren Graham, she's just so good at like the comedic timing and stuff. Her facial expressions and kind of like the mannerisms that she does, just really funny to me. She's just so animated, and she always kills the comedy moments for me. Paris to me is really funny as well. She's just so steadfast in her ways, and she's just like a bulldozer. She just goes over everybody, and I felt like that combined with kind of like some of the insecurity at heart of the character is really funny to me. Kirk is still as funny as ever before. He kills all the comedic moments whenever he gets a chance to be on screen. Yeah, I feel like the show is still pretty funny, and I also like that you can still sense that time passes. They don't just act like the show, this is just like an 8th season. They acknowledge that almost 10 years has passed in between shows. Lorelai is with Luke still, but they're not really married. They don't really have a kid together. Lorelai is still trying to figure out if she wants to kind of expand her hotel, pretty much trying to figure out what to do next in life. Rory is kind of in between jobs right now. She was a journalist, but you know, she doesn't really write for anybody anymore. Her love life is kind of a mess, and I like that Rory is still kind of figuring out what to do. I feel like Rory's like story was probably the most interesting to me in the show. Emily is still like kind of dealing with Richard's death, and she's kind of lashing out and kind of just trying to figure out like how to be like her own person and not trying to be, you know, just somebody's wife essentially. I like where the women come into the show in this season, and I like how they leave the show too. I felt like it was really interesting to kind of do that. I have like 2 problems with the show this season. I feel like there were some like jokes and stuff that weren't really that funny. They just kind of came across as offensive to me. Like there were some gay jokes and some transphobic jokes that was just kind of weird to me. They were weird in 2000 whenever the show was aired, but I felt like even now, I felt like nobody really script checked that and said like, hey, maybe you should get that out. I felt like that was really weird, and I felt like the pacing was really weird too. I know that they're an hour and a half, and that's pretty cool that, you know, they kind of get more time to kind of expand on the show. But sometimes with the original Gilmore Girls, I felt like the show was kind of lagging and stuff, and I felt like that was even more apparent in the show. There are things like this musical that was just felt like it went on forever. Like it felt like just kept on showing songs and stuff, and I felt like you kind of got it over like the first 1 or 2 songs, but it just kept on going and going and going. It just felt like they were wasting time. Where Lorelai goes in the last episode, it really doesn't do anything for me either. It's just kind of like a plot that doesn't do anything for me. It just starts and then it just ends. But overall, I did enjoy the show. They pretty much kept the tone of the show that I really liked. The humor is still pretty funny as well. I like the drama and stuff, like where these characters are and stuff. and I feel like the writing where like these characters start and end at the end of the show, I feel like that was really interesting too. Lots of cameos and stuff that was really cool too. Some of the offensive jokes I felt like were weird in 2016. I feel like somebody should have cut that out. And the pacing in the show was kind of off too. It felt like they were lagging a lot in places where they could have just cut it. It would have been more concise. Overall, I would give this a B. This is definitely something I would recommend if you're a Gilmore Girls fan. If you haven't watched the show, I would watch maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes of the original show. And if you like that, get caught up and then, give this a watch, because I feel like it's not gonna kind of mean anything if you just watch the new episodes. My opinion on the final 4 words, I kind of expected something like that, but it kind of leaves it open-ended for more episodes, so that would be cool if they kind of, decide to do that. And I also felt like it kind of made sense thematically with the show too, but I feel like overall it's just kind of meh. It's just kind of what I expected. So what did you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you hate the show? Let me know in the comments what you thought, and thanks for watching. Thanks guys. Bye.